morning, respected professors, teachers, and my dear batchmates. RECampus 22 will now commence its official program at an NIT auditorium. I invite some of our esteemed professors on stage to share the momentous journey of RECampus. I invite Dr. Shibaji Chakrabarti, Director NIT, Dr. A.P. Shashikala, Dean Academic, Dr. Abraham T. Matthew, Dean Research and Consultancy. I don't think he has come. Dr. S. Chandrasekharan, Dean Planning and Development. Dr. C.S. Shobhan, Dean Alumni Affairs and International Relations. Dr. G. Unikrishnan, Professor, Dean Student Welfare. I also invite our dear professors, Dr. Mohan Das, former Dean, Dr. Ravindran Nair, the last academic dean of erstwhile Regional Engineering College, Calicut, and the first academic dean of NIT. Dr. Balagopal, sir, I don't think he has come. Dr. Paul Joseph, sir, yes, we need you. Professor, Department of Electrical Engineering. Murli, sir. Balasubramanian, sir. Ravindran Nair, sir. Majid, sir. We also invite Jaykumar, sir. Nadar, sir. Mohan, I missed out our dear Mohandas, sir. We begin with a prayer song. We can all stand up. For a moment. invite Vinod, the man who initiated the whole reunion process, waking us all up from the stupor of life and routine, the man who got us all involved and made us dream to this day, that will make us all meet in this campus. Vinod.
It was really solemn till now, but this is nice. This is good. Good morning, everybody. All our distinguished members on the dais, dear gurus, the families of the alumni who are probably having the worst 2-3 days of their life, all the little children who are dazed saying, hey, is this my dad or mom, or is this a convict who's escaped from the jail? It's good to have you all here. A very, very good morning to all of you. You know, right, in our batch, there are a few poets, right? Some of the poets write only on Facebook and they stand towards one side of the door, right? And even I'm feeling very poetic, like the rain outside. It's all raining, those emotions that we talk about, right? Nostalgia, overpowering feeling, right? And I don't want to get into too much of it today because I think it'll flow through the day and into the night. But let me do a few formal things out of the way first before we dwell back and become ourselves, actually. So first of all, to all our gurus out here, thank you very, very much, right? There is no amount of English or words that can convey it, sir, but thank you very much. The deep sense of gratitude that we had, we didn't have it for the last 15 years, right? We were all this selfish, world-chasing guys all across the world. But I think with age, like it said in the scriptures, there comes a little amount of realization of what the world is about. And I believe all of us who came here and some of us who couldn't realize that, right? The important things in life. This is a place where a lot of us actually stepped into adulthood in some fashion or the other. Now, whatever it was, good, bad, ugly, sweet, nice, we are going to remember it for life. I'm hoping we'll come together after 25 years and probably some of these words, which I just want to end this welcome speech. And I want some of you to contribute these. These are words when we talk about campus, they come to mind. The first one is obviously Rajpath, right? Everybody remembers Rajpath. Mini canteen, everybody does remember the mini canteen. Can I have one from all of you? One word which comes to mind. Okay, I can hear it, man. Somebody said emergency water. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. Happy Valley. Okay. Now, how do you go to the Happy Valley? You pass through some place, right? What is that place called? There, that's the one, right? Papachan, Mamu, Vijayan's Juice Shop, Kattangal Danya, anybody remembers that? Yeah? Now, that's all. Let all of that flow in. I'm sure I want to keep this short. We get to interact with the faculty in the college, and we have a little bit of formal activities which we do. Let's get that out of the way, go take some pictures and carry some memories back with us. Thank you all once again. Thanks a lot.
We now move on to the professors. I invite our director, Dr. Shivaji Chakrabarti, to say a few words.
Well, a very, very warm good morning and very hearty welcome to your institute. Well, I was looking at the people sitting on the dais and also looking at you, and I found that I am the odd man out. Because I am probably the unique person who is not an REC alumni today. But that doesn't matter because I was feeling, today morning when I came here, and immediately I saw so many faces whom I have met already. And that's a great feeling. I can even see here people sitting whom I met last year in another program. So that's the beauty of this sort of programs, and also I try to come and interact with all of you. It's a great enriching experience. And I was just thinking about a little bit in a nostalgic way of this sort of programs. And I was just thinking that sometimes, say, can we live our life in a reverse order? For example, one was almost very sick in the deathbed, and then he goes to the hospital, spends some time, and then kicked out of the hospital being too healthy, and then he starts working another 30 years, and then he feels that, okay, now I want to learn something, and goes to college, and again starts doing all sorts of naughty things. Whatever you have done, you only know. So is it possible by some means to go in a reverse order? And I know that it is not possible, but maybe all of you in your mind thinking in that way, at least today, that whether you can go in that reverse order back to those good old days when you were here, and so many things you have done, and I also have done when I did my graduation. And I still remember that when we meet, may not be in this sort of atmosphere, but some 4 or 5 people somewhere we meet and we start talking. And I can tell you, even today when we meet 4 or 5 people who are almost over 55, we don't talk about our office, we don't talk about our jobs. First thing we talk about those days, particularly those undergraduate years, what we did, what are the naughty things, where we went, etc. Just what Mr. Vinod was telling. So it's a great day for you, and I'm extremely happy that a large number of family members have come along with you because you are the NITC broader family, and it feels beautiful, and I am extremely happy to be here this morning. And keep on, my only request is keep on coming to the institute wherever you are, be in touch. And the institute today is whatever it is because of you. Because I always say one thing. That, see, if it is a small institute, then generally people identify that small institute with 1 or 2 men. Maybe they are the leaders, they say that it is his or her institute. But if it is an institute like NIT Calicut, then people don't say it is one person's institute. It is the institute of particularly the students and the faculties. They make the institute. I don't think the buildings and the roads and the other things make the institute. It's the faculty, students, they make the institute. And you are the institute. So therefore, please keep coming on. Whatever help from the institute side is required, we'll try our level best within our constraints, we'll do that. And particularly for today, my heartfelt greetings to you, and have a great, enjoyable day in your own institute in whatever way you feel like. Thank you.
When we started our process of organizing the RECampus, we had a surprise element. We started work on a book, a memento, which I think all of us feel, that which will last for us 25 years or more. So I now invite Dr. Shashikala ma'am to launch the memento and hand over the book to the director. Since Dr. Chakrabarty has to leave, we will first felicitate him. I call over Vinod to felicitate Dr. Chakrabarty.
As the compere said that I had to leave, but I had to give an explanation. Actually, it's not another official program, but actually within our institute, there is a second program today. It is the commemoration of the National Handlooms Day, and that is being held in another auditorium. So maybe they will be calling me within a few minutes. That's why I had to leave.
I call upon Dr. Shashikala ma'am to speak a few words of her memories of us.
Our Honorable Director, sir. Respected the stars of today, my dear friends. How are you? Having come back to NIT Calicut, actually it was REC Calicut for you, and you'll be having the nostalgia coming back to your place. Actually, it is your place where you spent 4 years. You came as a boy or a girl, and then you were groomed into a man or a woman. So this is the place which had given you all the energy to do your work in your life everywhere, and now you have become the most successful person in the world, I believe. My dear friends, I feel that most of you have become elder than me, and I could recognize only some of you, and mostly those who were in touch with me. And I feel that you have to come back to your home. This is maybe your second home. At least 5 years. When it is 5 years, 25 years is a too long time. You have left this institute sometime in 1992, and after 25 years you are coming back. So I think you can reduce that interval and may have more and more interaction with us, so that we will also be young when you are coming back. Now you can see, I don't think you might have gone around because of this rain. Maybe you came at 9:45 or 10 and immediately the meeting started. But there is a lot of time for you to roam around, and you can see lot of changes in this campus. So when it is changed from REC to NIT, many things have changed, and we are progressing with the help of you. You can see there are about 9 BTech programs running. One architecture program is also there. Nearly 30 PG programs are there. Then lot of PhD students are working here. So altogether we are having about 5,600 plus students in this campus. When you were there, it was hardly less than 1,000, that is what I believe. And now in each BTech class, there is around 145 students. So that is how your institute is growing. And I believe that you can do a lot of things for this institute. And we are looking at you for your help, your advices, your suggestions, so that we can go further. We can move forward. And this day is especially a day for all of you, your family. You will be liking your family to be taken to your hostel rooms, show how you stayed in this hostel. Maybe you may like to take them to the canteen and say what type of food you have at that time. So many memories will be coming to you, and you may like to share it with your family. So I'm not extending my talk with you, but I would like to interact with you after the meeting also, because I love it. I love you all. Thank you.
Next, I call upon Dr. Balasubramanian sir to say a few words, since he will have some special memories of his own son being our batchmate.
Respected Director, first of all, I thank you for inviting me to participate in this function. And I am coming here after a few years to this institute. And now you have come to this institute after 25 years, spending here about 4 years. That is the vital that is your end of your educational career. So you may have a lot of things to share between you. And now you share this with your family, friends, staff members, and other people in the campus. So definitely you can go around this campus and see the changes. Of course, you may be missing some of the coconut trees. It's used to pluck coconuts. Otherwise, you will have a lot of, you see a lot of new buildings in this campus. And I am happy that I got an opportunity to come to this place where I have spent my best part of a life, that is nearly 40 years in this campus. So I make use of this opportunity to meet you and also my colleagues here. So, I have seen the growth of the institute from beginning of the REC to the beginning of NIT. So, it took about 40 years. So, definitely, I wish that this institute grow into from this level to a national or world-class institute. So for that you can contribute much. And all the other staff members here and the present staff members and the past members, past students and present students, they can all contribute to take this institute to the world-class level. So, so you can share your feelings, memorable moments with your friends, teachers, and other staff here. So, I thank you once again. I wish you a happy future life for your family and your friends. Thank you very much.
I now invite Dr. Mohandas sir to speak a few words.
Good morning, everybody. Director has just left. My distinguished former colleagues on the dais, my dear students and friends of the 1992 batch, 88 to 1992 batch, their families, children, and ladies and gentlemen. Because about 3 weeks back, Ajit Nambiar suddenly called me up. Sir, of course he sent a message to the Facebook because we are very good friends on the Facebook. He posts a lot of things that some of you must have seen. And I invariably read those things and put a comment. And sometimes I also post some things and I don't know whether he reads or not. He puts a like, very generously puts a like. Anyway, thank you Ajit. So call me, sir, please come for the meeting. Well, I do come if people give me at least a phone call or a message. Some of the meetings probably I'm not present. If I'm in Calicut, definitely I make it a point to come for the Sula Jubilee reunion. Anyway, this batch is particular to me, especially because my daughter was also studying here. Unfortunately, she could not be here because she visited us during the Easter holidays, and then probably she's settled in Boston. It's not easy to make another trip within 2 months. Anyway, on behalf of her, I am tending her apologies. Anyway, when Ajit said he wanted me to talk for 10 minutes, well, you know that our clocks are adjusted to 1 hour. That is, we talk for 1 hour. So you can stop me. Maybe you can't roll your feet on the floor because sound may not come up. You can raise your hands when I stop. Anyway, I don't want to talk to you about control systems because that's what I normally teach. But I find that you are all experts in control now. Mainly, of course, it's not control system that I taught. Maybe the birth control, because I see only very few children over here. So there is no point in my talking about the control. Okay? Now, second thing is, we are all preachers. We are teachers or we are preachers. And you are the people who really practice engineering as a profession. So, coming to that point, what is the difference between preachers and practitioners? I remember a small story. I don't know, some of you must have heard about that. See, one particular day, late in the evening, 2 persons died almost simultaneously, same time. One person was a parishioner, priest in a parish. Another was a driver in a private bus, normally plying between Ernakulam and Kannur. So, due to the inclement weather and all, it was late, and God has already retired for his day. So Chitragupta, the chief clerk in that office, he said, okay, you'll have to wait for a day to have a meeting with the God. But tomorrow morning you can meet. Meanwhile, we will provide you some transit accommodation. So the priest was given an ordinary room. The driver was given a very laborious luxury room with all the facilities. Of course, naturally the priest was a little bit annoyed. But he said, okay, after all, it's just for 1 day, let me remain. Next day morning, when they were here to meet the Almighty, immediately the priest said, Sir, dear God, Almighty, I had been talking about you, to your benevolence, your kindness, your sympathy and love and affection to all the human beings on the earth, all throughout my life, from morning or whenever I was talking to my parishioners, I was talking to them. In spite of that, all my life I have rendered for praising you, Lord. Your people have given me a very ordinary accommodation. Whereas this, he didn't say nasty, ordinary driver was given a posh accommodation. Then God said, dear son, it's not what you have talked or what you have preached that's important. It is the practice. See, this driver is taking his vehicle from Kannur to Ernakulam in such a short time. The moment he comes out of his garage, comes out of his bus station, all his passengers will be always telling, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So that is, so without even telling a word, he could make his people in the bus praise you. And that is real practice. It's not the preaching. So I don't want to preach anything to you. Okay. And coming to these days, everybody is smart. Well, this batch, especially my daughter's batch, I would call, had large number of ladies. I see still Sindhu is here, who confirmed my participation. Then maybe Shalu is here, Shiva is here, and so many. I don't remember all the names. Of course. So people have to be smart, invariably. And probably some of your children are smarter than you, because you have to take it, because that's how things are. Because I find it difficult. Even my grandchildren, they are much smarter than even my own children. Anyway, so when you are smart, sometimes you are getting outsmarted. Again, I will just narrate a story. Probably this is much recent, maybe in your WhatsApp messages. Anyway, so one day, one of your ladies wanted to go out for shopping on a Saturday evening. Well, naturally, Saturday evening, you have to get all the grocery and all those things for the whole week. And you wanted your husband to drive you to the shopping mall. Well, unfortunately, he was not in the mood. He said, okay, I have an important football match you want to see. So you have to do it yourself. And there was a small tiff. And then, of course, she went away to the shop, the mall, got all the things on the big trolley, and took it to the salesperson. And, of course, he opened his purse. When she opened her purse, incidentally, the TV remote was inside the purse. And then salesman was a little curious. He jokingly asked, ma'am, do you always carry the TV remote in your purse? She said, no, today only I have taken because my husband refused to accompany me for the shopping. So he wanted to see the TV, football. I thought, okay, I'll better have the remote with me. Well, the story does not end with that. She took out her credit card to pay the shop. Then, as soon as the salesperson inserted the credit card, he said, ma'am, this card is blocked. You can't pay for it. Okay, it doesn't matter. She took out another card, that is her husband's card, put it in, asked her, okay, pay. Again, there was a problem because his card payment can be completed because all of you are in the digital world now. You have to have what is called an OTP, one-time password. And this one-time password is available on his mobile. So, ma'am, what is the OTP? Oh, it doesn't matter. I have his phone with me. Took out the mobile phone, so the OTP, and typed the OTP, and the sales was complete. And then, okay, comfortably, she took all the things to his house. And that is the last point. At that time, she found out that the house is locked. And there was a message on the door telling that, honey, you have taken away my remote. You have taken away everything. I am bored. I want to go for a small game. Some people are playing about 2 kilometers from here. I am joining them for a game. In case you want me to find out where the key is, please send me a mobile message. And that was the end of the story. Okay, so I will stop with that. You can think also. There are situations in which there will be people smarter than you. It could be your husband. It could be your wife. It could be even your children. Anyway, so I'll stop now. I think Ajit's quota of 10 minutes must be over by this time. So let me wish all of you the very best during your profession. Of course, already you are almost full-fledged professionals now. And of course, I wish your children a very nice time. Hope that some of them will be joining us back in this great institution. I'm very proud to say that this institution has given me a lot. I have spent 45 years here, almost 45 years, and I have grown every inch with this institution. And just one caution for people who are settled abroad. Of course, our director Shivaji has just left. So there is an information, a flash news, telling that admission for students from abroad, called DASA, some of you may be looking for that, direct admission of students from abroad is proposed to be stopped from next year onwards. So those who are settled outside, please try to stop it if possible, or at least try for other avenues. So I wish you all the same, wish you the very best, all the same, your children, everyone. Thank you. Goodbye.
I now call upon Dr. Paul Joseph Sir, our dear own Paul Joseph Sir, who has been directing us and instructing us even when we kept forgetting names and everything else. Thank you, sir.
My respected teachers on the dais and my friends, my dear, I will call you friends only because I am a very active member of the Facebook, as Dr. Mohandas was telling. Many of you are in my Facebook. Whenever I meet alumni, people used to tell me that, you always ask to do something for the institute. So I would like to remind you about a few things and then I'll leave. See, we have one very good scholarship called Silver Jubilee Endowment Trust. All these years, I have been doing a glorious begging, for the contribution towards that fund. Now it is around 1.3 crores fund we have. So this is mainly because of the contribution from the Silver Jubilee batch. So if you come to my room, you can see that all those checks I have enlarged and kept in my room. This is only to show that last year how much you have donated. So naturally next year students have to donate more. So first request is please donate magnanimously to that fund. Next point I want to tell is our parent chapter is in a very bad shape, I should say. Almost nothing. Where is our parent chapter? People may not like if I tell the truth. Where is the President Alumni Association? I don't see. Where is the Secretary? None of them are there. See, 5 years back I attended a meeting in National Alumni Meet organized by NIT Campus. I went on behalf of the director. So they have a fund of 160 crores, alumni fund, 160 crores. With that interest, they are able to do everything. Say an employee falls sick or dialysis or something, everything they are able to help. Because that is the order of interest they are getting. And now, I think now we will be improving. We have got a new dean for alumni affairs this year, Dr. Shoban. He is our alumnus. He was my junior. I think now we should take it up. Otherwise, we have only one room. When Dr. MBC was director, and I think he was principal earlier at that time, we didn't have even a room for the alumni. I told one day I will commit suicide, sir, if you are not giving a room, because there was no room available. Finally, he might have thought that I may do it. So he gave me one room. We have a room now in MB, well furnished room. 78 batch furnished that room very well at that time. So you should contribute to that. Next one is I only started that practice of from 78 batch onwards, giving some money to the poor mess workers. They are not institute employees. They are daily wage like thing. Per month they will get some money. So many of them are now building their houses, getting their daughters married. This is the state of life they have. So that also I have informed Sindhu much in advance. I send their list. Then another group of 12 people are there. During Dr. Pillai's time, there was some strike and they were dismissed. Their conditions are so bad. Most of them are doing kuli vela, daily wages. So 12 people, if you want to contribute more, you can contribute to them. Then another 6 people are there of your time in canteen. That list also I have given. So this is one way you should, you need not give anything to us, even a shawl we don't want. But mess workers, we always used to come probably at 8 or 9 o'clock. These people are coming at 4 o'clock to make you dosha, etc. If dosha means they have to come at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. Because, you have to cook for them. So please remember them. Even if you forget teachers, please remember the cooks and the mess servants who helped a lot for you. Then, of course, you should meet Papa Chand. Papa Chand's health is in a very bad shape. He is having acute, very serious diabetic problem. Then Mammoose will be around here. Otherwise, you can give me a check to Mammoose, I will give it to him. When you people were telling that you Katangal, you remember theatre, you forgot the toddy shop, Raru's toddy shop. I don't know how many of you remember. That is not there, I think, now. It was shifted into opposite side sometime. Now he is no more, I think. I never met him. Why I am telling is I have an alumnus of 78 batch. I am not somebody who came from outside. 74 onwards I was here, except for some time I was not here. So please do remember these people. What all possible you do it. Then I have another request. Somebody with the PWD, we are badly in need of their help. You know, we wanted to divert this main road through the other Papachan side, but we couldn't because of the political problem. We couldn't do that. But with the help of alumni, we have an excellent footpath from Kattangal to 12th Mile. So when PWD constructed it up to the hospital, they told they don't have money. And 85 batch people sponsored that. Now it is full of bush. Yesterday I gave a request to director through dean students. Please talk with the PWD and cut it. You can see that. I don't know when somebody is going to die there. All the bushes are come to the footpath. So if 80 batch people will come, they will beat me because I was instrumental in begging this money for them. So those who are in PWD, we are trying for a subway near E-Hostel. Subway to other, we have another campus with two mega hostels, 3,000 room capacity on the other side, I mean filter house side. Valley is spoiled now with concrete anyway, we cannot. So please, those who are in PWD, please meet me. We want to do some lobbying. So thank you all. We'll interact personally. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you for your suggestions, Dr. Paul, sir. We hope to at least take some steps on that. I invite Dr. Shobhan, sir, to speak a few words.
Good morning. I do not remember many of you would know me or remember me because it was just 2 years since I joined this institute when you passed out probably, something like that. So anyway, I remember some of the students, not all of you. I have been here always, not just as an alumni, but much before that. I was a student of this institute. In 1984, I passed out, and then I did my higher studies and later joined the institute. I would rather try to tell you more. I would rather try to emphasize what Dr. Paul was telling you all this time. That's about your relationship with the institution. Institution does not mean the people who are working here, but the surroundings. So please look at these when you have time and try to do something for the people around you. Not just of the institution, but of the people who are, to the people who are around the campus, the human beings around the campus. I've been happy that for some time now, I've been in charge of there's a new association, or rather new post called Alumni Affairs and International Collaboration Dean. And I've been in charge of this for the past 2-3 months. So we are trying to do something to club together the activities that had been somehow gone shattered over the past few years. Let us try to do something, and I would invite you all to join your hands with this and try to do something for the association. Thank you very much for your support.
My distinguished former colleagues, members of the faculty of this institute, the students of 1992 batch who have now celebrating their silver jubilee, ladies and gentlemen. It was about 3 or 4 weeks back that Miss Sindhu called me up and said that this Silver Jubilee reunion is being organized and asked me whether I can make it. I said, yes, definitely. Because I always like to be with my students whenever possible. So I made it a point to travel yesterday and be at Calicut and be here on time. I am a person who have seen the first few principles of this college, starting from Dr. M.V. Keshava Rao, Professor Bahauddin, Dr. Unni Krishna Pillai, Professor Charlu, Dr. Chandrasekharan, who is no more now, then Professor Dr. Gokhale, and it was immediately after that, there was a period when Dr. B.N. Nagaraj was the principal when I retired. So I spent continuously almost 39 plus years here in this college, but I did not stop my educational engineering teaching career with that. I continued, and even now, last week I have completed 51 years of continuous experience in teaching, research and educational administration. Right now, even now I am working. So it's a great pleasure for me to be your midst this morning. And very recently, that is from 2015 onwards, I have developed an interest in Malayalam poem. I have started writing some Malayalam poems, and I have published one collection of poems in 1916 June, and the second collection of poems in 1st July 2017. So 2016 to 17. In the last 2 years, I have published 2. Even now, I continue writing. So I think many of you are from states other than Kerala. So you may not appreciate, you may not know Malayalam, but still I'll make an attempt in reading out one of my poems recently written. I regret my inability to recite this poem in proper tune. Hope you will excuse me. The title of the poem is Vadavriksham, meaning grand old banyan tree. The title of the poem is Vadavriksham. So may I pass on to that? ഈ കവിതയുടെ ടൈറ്റിൽ വടവൃക്ഷം, ശീർഷകം വടവൃക്ഷം. പൊട്ടിമുളച്ചൊരാൽമരത്തൈ ഒട്ടും പട്ടുപോകാതെ വളർന്നേറ്റു 8 പതിറ്റാണ്ടുകൾ. പൊട്ടിമുളച്ചൊരാൽമരത്തൈ ഒട്ടും പട്ടുപോകാതെ വളർന്നെട്ടു പതിറ്റാണ്ടുകൾ. നട്ടു നനച്ചില്ല നാട്ടിൻ പുറത്തൊരു തോട്ടിൻ കരയിൽ തൊടിയിൽ കുരുത്തവൻ. കാലപ്പഴക്കത്തിൽ വളർന്നു വലുതായി ശാഖോപശാഖകൾ തണലായി ചുറ്റിലും. മേഘങ്ങൾ വർഷിച്ചിടും നേർവൃഷ്ടിപാതം ആവും വിധം തടയാനുള്ള കരുത്തുമായി. കാലപ്പഴക്കത്തിൽ വളർന്നു വലുതായി ശാഖോപശാഖകൾ തണലായി ചുറ്റിലും. മേഘങ്ങൾ വർഷിച്ചിടും നേർവൃഷ്ടിപാതം ആവും വിധം തടയാനുള്ള കരുത്തുമായി. വടവൃക്ഷമങ്ങനെ തൊടിയിൽ നിൽപ്പൂ ഒരു കുടയായി. എരിയും വെയിലേറ്റു വിവശരായി തണലു തിരയുന്ന വഴിപോക്കർ പതിവായി വിടവീതിനടിയിൽ ഇരുന്നു പോകുമത്രേ. വടവൃക്ഷമങ്ങനെ തൊടിയിൽ നിൽപ്പൂ ഒരു കുടയായി. എരിയും വെയിലേറ്റു വിവശരായി തണലു തിരയുന്ന വഴിപോക്കർ പതിവായി വിടവീതിനടിയിൽ ഇരുന്നു പോകുമത്രേ. താഴോട്ടു വളരേണ്ട താങ്ങുവേരുകളൊന്നും താങ്ങാൻ മുതിർന്നില്ല. ഏതും അറിയാതെ നീങ്ങി ഇടത്തേക്ക് വട്ടം ചുറ്റിയ വള്ളികൾ കട്ടായമായിട്ടവയെ ചുറ്റി വലിക്കയാൽ. ശക്തമായൊരു കാറ്റടിച്ചാൽ ഈ വടവൃക്ഷം പെട്ടെന്ന് വളഞ്ഞു കുലുങ്ങിടും. എന്തുകൊണ്ടോ? കടയോടെ പിഴുതു നിലം പതിക്കാതിരിക്കുവാൻ തടയേണ്ട വേരുകൾ ഇങ്ങനെ ജീർണിച്ചു പോകയോ? കടയോടെ പിഴുതു നിലം പതിക്കാതിരിക്കുവാൻ തടയേണ്ട വേരുകൾ ഇങ്ങനെ ജീർണിച്ചു പോകയോ? നമസ്കാരം. So, I take this opportunity to wish every one of you all the best in life, in your future life. I wish that you grow further and come up in life in all possible ways. Thank you.
I will be limiting to few words only. Good morning. I never thought of becoming a teacher. After putting in about 15 years of service in ISRO, suddenly I joined then REC to become a teacher. In fact, I have forgotten one thing when I left this college, to tell a thank you to my students. The reason is very simple. They only made me a teacher. I was experimenting with them without their knowledge. See, we were doing something. Say, for example, I asked in one of my class to walk around the class with a piece of mirror, looking at the ceiling and holding the head downward to have a different perception about the space. Because space happens to be the kernel of architecture. There were stumbling blocks, furniture stopped them, but somehow many of them walked around. I think some of them are still using those methods to study the space and to create new architecture. Mujib was one such fellow. Sindhu called me and told me that there is a reunion meeting. Can you make it? I said yes, because I would like to see the faces after 25 years. I couldn't recognize many faces also. But the strength which they have given me is still moving me forward as a teacher. Thank you.
Nada, sir, can you please speak a few words for
my former colleagues on the dais, off the dais, former students of 92 batch, their families, my warm greetings to you. As a teacher, I know that I was not very popular, I know that, because I used to be very strict. I used to go to class in time and take attendance in the very beginning itself. And I never used to give attendance for those who come late, even if it is 1 minute. After I have closed the attendance register, Dr. Anil Kumar, former head of the department, is here. He may be knowing it very well. So after they have passed out, even though they were hostile to me, rather, when they were here, many have come to me and told that my being strict with them has helped them in one way or the other. So thank you all very much for inviting me for this function and for remembering me. I wish to tell only one thing: be punctual for everything. As far as possible, things may be out of your hands, traffic jam or something. So plan it such a way that you'll be there in the appointed time. Even now I used to follow that. I never go late for any function. So with this, I conclude. I wish all of you, your families, a very prosperous and happy life. Thank you.
We would like to felicitate all the teachers and our dear professors present here as a token of our respect. We start with Suresh Babu sir. Madhu Kumar sir. Joy sir, Joy sir. Narayanan sir. And our dear Anil Kumar sir. Dr. Ravindran Nair sir. Thank you. Shashikala ma'am. Paul Joseph sir. Nadar sir.